Welcome to Poetry with Shing, where we uncover the beauty behind poetry. The poem for today is Displaced by Selina, Libi, Bjorlie. To start off, I'll be reading the poem. Displaced. Tonight I burn joss sticks, sandalwood and lavender to a porcelain Buddha. Eat sticky rice wrapped in tea leaves, squid, a fish with jellied eyes. I suck on dried plumes till the tip of my tongue bleeds red, like the color on birthdays. Wear it for good luck, mother says. She's a doctor, but when I have a headache, she rubs tiger balm on my temples. Says it reminds her of home coconut palms, sweet seaweed and ocean. It just smells like Vicks Vapor Rub to me. Before school, mother combs my hair, taut into pigtails, stretching my face like the freckle-faced boys on the back of the bus. Chinese, Japanese, dirty knees, their taunts like a fist in my throat. Mother says to shut my ears, not to listen to what they say. She doesn't know how much my pigtails hurt. One evening, a sparrow smacked against my window. I ran outside, found it standing still, eyes black like shiny marbles. I clutched the sparrow in my palms, heart fluttering beneath its white breast. Wings smooth as the inside of an oyster shell. Mother wouldn't let me bring the bird in the house. Does not belong here, she said. Let it go. I set the sparrow in the grass, watched it hobble, wings spread like a paper fan. I cried as it soared higher than the trees, circling beneath the clouds, where the moon is a pearl and the sky a silver blue ocean. Okay, so we're gonna start after I've read the poem. So I'm gonna start. Let me brighten up my screen a little. Okay, so Displaced. Firstly, we're going to look at the title. So the title Displaced actually suggests perhaps minority, displaced, cultural segregation. These are the words that come to my mind. Segregation, maybe it's kind of discrimination, isolation, and perhaps what's the word? Exclusion, and yeah. It's just negative in general. So tonight I burn joss sticks, sandalwood and lavender to porcelain Buddha. So all these are actually part of her culture and religion. And she sucks on dried plums till the tip of her tongue burns red. So over here, the tip of my tongue. This actually relates to the idea of words at the tip of your tongue. Basically, it means that you are about to say it but you didn't say it. So gives me the idea that she has something that she wants to express but she is unable to express it, although she really wants to, because the tip of tongue again is like the words at the tip of your tongue, and then you have to swallow it back. So she cannot express her true feelings, so she feels repressed in the society that she feels displaced in. And the tongue bleeds red. So the tongue bleeding red, bleeding here. We're talking about pain, blood, hurt. She's hurt in this displaced society because she feels isolated. She doesn't feel like she belongs. So belonging. Red. What is the connotation of the color red? So like the color on birthday, so it obviously shows that she is of Asian descent. So red is actually kind of symbolizes prosperity, good luck. Prosperity, good luck could be one meaning. Second meaning could be blood and pain. So it actually is quite layered. Wear it for good luck, mother says. So again, red is for good luck. She's a doctor, but when I have a headache, she rubs tiger balm on my temples. So you see doctor, so actually a subversion of the traditional stereotype of the occupation. And what does it tell you about tiger balm? Tiger balm is an Asian brand, so it shows how much she would probably like let's put her occupation and professionalism aside to seek solace in her culture and tradition, even as because she's displaced in this foreign society. So it reminds her of home, coconut palm, seaweed and ocean reminds her of home. So that's where she actually belongs. So she again feels very displaced in the society. Coconut palm, seaweed, ocean, all these are vivid imagery. It just smells like Vicks Vapor Rub to me. So actually this girl, right, the speaker, the me, is actually in it's just like caught in limbo or like in the center of things, because imagine this girl, and this is the society where she is in. This is her home society, the one that her mom was from. So she's just stuck in the middle because she is from this, because her mom from her home culture, because her mom is of that culture. So her mom's trying to inculcate and educate her that way. At the same time, she's in a foreign land, and she doesn't belong there too. She doesn't feel like she belongs here because she isn't in the home place now. But again, she doesn't really belong in a foreign land because she is different from the others. So you can say that she is stuck in a really not that great position. And to make matters worse, there's not actually a generational gap. Okay, there might be a generational gap, but also a cultural difference. And this cultural difference is probably the catalyst, or a bit of like the showing a little bit about the differences between the mother and the speaker, which will probably lead to more problems in the future. So, shows the cultural contrast and differences. Okay, so next, before school, mother combs my hair. So in the first part, you have a certain cultural symbol. In the second part, we have pigtails as the symbol. Before school, mother combs my hair taught into pigtails, stretching my face like the freckle face boys on the back of the bus. So over here, you can feel that she's already displaced. She feels already out of place. She is not freckled. That's why we have this really stark detail. Stretching my face like the freckle-faced boys on the back of the bus. Chinese, Japanese, dirty knees. So rhyming, and there's a certain rhythm to it. So it's a taunting thing that's really song-like, easy to remember. So easy to remember. Perhaps goes and links to the idea of what does this tell you about the speaker. She probably remembers this taunting really too hard, and it really hurts her. Okay, so before school, mother combs my hair taught into pigtails, stretching my face. So you see, she's stretching her face. So if she's stretching her face, what does this tell you? She's trying very hard to conform, maybe in a really abstract way. It might be a little too far. Maybe I might be bringing this a little far, but it might be to conform to the new society, because stretching is like forcibly physically conforming. Okay, so now we're gonna look at, there are taunts like a fist in my throat. So fist, she's really sad, she's gonna cry. Mother says to shut my ears, not listen to what they say. She doesn't know how much my pigtails hurt. So yeah, pigtails hurt, not only the physical pain because it's really tight, but also the emotional because of the taunting. So it's layered again. One evening, a sparrow smacked against my window. Oh, so dramatic, so abrupt. One evening. Narrative style. A sparrow smacked against my window. I ran outside, found it standing still, eyes black like shiny marbles. Very vivid image. What's the significance of these black eyes? Are they to convey depth? Maybe to convey depth about like the suffering? Not really suffering, but like displacement from society. I clutched the sparrow in my palms, heart fluttering beneath its white breast. Okay, I think white here could symbolize the skin color of the people in her society that she's displaced in. Or secondly, it could also mean purity, innocence of an animal, very much different from the ugliness of human race. Wings smooth as the inside of an oyster shell. So very rightfully, you realize that oyster shell, the symbol, is also seen in a pearl. So wings smooth is really a beautiful sparrow. Mother wouldn't let me bring the bird in the house. Does not belong here. Let it go. This is significant. Does not belong here. Is she trying to say that 1, the speaker does not belong in the society, or 2, the speaker should not bring anything that is not of their current tradition, cultural tradition, into her life, because it does not belong. So there's actually a really strong theme of belonging and identity that you can think about when you're exploring this poem. Let it go. Could it mean to let the taunting go, or to let the taunting go away and move on from there? Or could it mean to just reject those people who do not conform to your culture, just like unceremoniously kick them out? And also talking about the not accepting people who don't belong in your culture, actually there's some kind of is it irony? I'm not sure, but you realize that the foreigner, I mean the speaker, actually doesn't really want to accept foreign people of a different culture from her. At the same time, she hopes to be accepted. And on the other hand, the people in that foreign society that they are living in now do not wish to accept her. So is there a problem there that you can think about? I sat the sparrow in the grass, watched it hobble, wings spread like a paper fan. Very fragile. That's all I can say. And if she puts the sparrow in the grass, there's some kind of element of freedom. The sparrow is free to go wherever she wants. But is the speaker free? That's something for you to think about. I set the sparrow in the grass, watched it hobble, wings spread, and she cried as it soared because she's mourning for her lost freedom. For lost freedom, why? Because she has to conform to the society standards in this foreign society where she does not belong. So she's actually crying not for the bird but for herself. It soared higher than the trees, circling beneath the clouds. So she has a lot of freedom. Nature again plays an important role in this poem, where the moon is a pearl and the sky a silver blue ocean. So depth again. Ocean, we're talking about depth, we're talking about mystery, we're talking about adventure, and just a bright future ahead of the bird, unlike for the speaker, in the speaker's perspective. The moon is a pearl, oyster shell. Image we're looking at here. What's the purpose? The moon is a pearl. It's definitely something like a gem. It's something very treasured. What does it mean to? Does it mean that something outside of the current society that she's in is actually more precious than the current society that she is in currently? So today we did Displaced by Selina, Libi, Bjorlie. And if you would like another poem to be analysed, do comment the poem and poet in the comments below.